All right, Blake. Rashee Rice was injured on Sunday. It is suspected that he tore his ACL. Obviously, his dynasty value is going to be going down here. The diagnosis isn't official yet. So, what are you doing right now with Rashee Rice in dynasty, especially if he's on a contending roster?
Oh, yeah, pour one out for Rashee Rice. First of all, yeah, it is tragic anytime we see just like I mean, and the way it happened. But yeah, if you're a competitor, chances are you need to replace those Rashee Rice points. He's probably your receiver one, or very close to it. I mean, what a
Yeah, I
start
mean,
to
he
the
was
season.
balling.
Yeah, so look, as much as I like Rasheed Rice and would love to hang on to him anyway, or get maximum value, anything close to what he had before. I mean, we got to be realistic. He's now just a player who, Dan, the next time Rasheed Rice touches the field, what if I told you it could be in the second half of 2025? I mean, there is a very good chance. I mean, he could serve. He's basically guaranteed to serve a 4 to 8 game suspension for everything that happened in the offseason, as
Mhm.
well as like. I mean, we don't even know. Like his knee probably just got blown up. I mean, there had to be like I'm going to operate with the assumption that like that's a multi ligament. I mean, it's not often you see an that style of injury
Mhm.
not result in that. Um, Outcome. So I'm gonna play off that, and yeah, like he's actually probably at his highest that he'll ever be in the next like 2 seasons.
Mhm.
So you should sell him right now. Is my advice. What do you think of
Yeah,
that?
and because it was a contact injury, I think that makes it more likely that it could be multi-ligament.
Yeah,
Not a doctor or anything, but just the fact that the diagnosis like hasn't come out
yeah,
yet, it's probably likely to be worse than like just a torn
yeah,
ACL than it is to be better. Is kind of like my suspicion on the situation. So yeah, I definitely don't mind selling him now while there's still like maybe a little uncertainty. Like maybe some people are holding out hope that he didn't tear his ACL. I would just look to cash out now if I could do that before like the news becomes official on that. So if I can kind of get like 80 cents on the dollar for
yeah.
Rashee Rice, 75 cents on the dollar, I think I'm doing that.
50 cents
Also,
right now. Like I mean, he was extremely valuable. He was a top 8 receiver
yeah.
according to Keep Trade Cut.
Oh yeah.
People were taking this guy over like AJ Brown, Puka. So
Mhm.
so Dan, I mean, looking at how anytime a young talented player gets hurt like this, but like we hang on, we tend to hang on to what he just was hours
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
which is why you should sell him right now. Now, when we're recording, we don't know what is the extent of the injury. When you
Mhm.
see this, it might be different. So, I mean, take it with a we take it with what information you have, but
Yeah.
operating that it is a multi ligament, he's not playing the rest of the season. You will certainly get the best value for him, as much as it doesn't feel like it right now. And if we had to put like a pick onto it, I mean, if you could get anything like a late first in like 2025, just do it one for one. I am
Yeah.
no doubt doing that because if I can get that right now, I can
Yeah.
go turn that 2025 first into anything, like
Yeah.
literally anything. There's
Yeah.
unlimited possibilities. You cannot do that with Rashee Rice. Second of all, and you know, he's just gonna go lower than that because as time goes on,
Yeah.
and he's not playing, and then people are going, "Oh my God, he's gonna get suspended. Oh my God, he gets put on pup next year."
Yeah.
Like it's just he's gonna be in the dumps for value. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
just
And he can't really be suspended until he's healthy. So
you
he's got to
can't.
like be
Yeah,
healthy. So maybe he starts on the pup list. He misses like the first like 4 or 6 games, and then
yeah,
okay, he's ready to come back. Up now, you got to serve like a 6 game
yeah.
suspension for what happened this past off season. He's already 24 years old. He'll
Yeah,
turn 25 next April.
yeah.
He'll be going into next season like fresh off of a torn ACL, if not like a multi ligament thing. And then when are you going to see him? Like in the, you know, optimistically, like
Yeah,
the second half of 25 season, and then even then, he's not going to be like 100% most likely.
yeah.
So by the time like you see Rashee Rice again, like 100%, he's probably gonna be like 26 years old in 2026. So yeah, I would just look to get
Yeah.
off now, cash out, get credit for like 80% of what he was, if you can even do that, and I'll buy back on him
Yeah.
later if I choose to, but I'll rather just cash out for now.
Yeah, you can 100% just sell him at a price. You can 100% get him cheaper, like way down the road. I mean, no doubt, and you can replace your points now.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Just
go
give
in,
the flexibility of that, like even a
yeah,
late first, and plus there's always the possibility that
a
ends up being
couple
a mid
seconds
first,
even.
early first. You just never
Yeah,
know.
yeah. If you could target like, if you can start to get creative, like if you can't get a
Mhm.
first, you can target like an early second, and maybe a guy that just doesn't realize it's an early second because it's maybe another owner, and then you get
Yeah,
another second on top maybe because of that. Like
yeah,
the 2 seconds, but one of them's early. Like that would be like a great return at this point because maybe
mhm.
one of those seconds is enough to buy him like 8 months down
Yeah.
the road, right? Like,
Honestly, I'd probably trade Rashee Rice for like three like random seconds in 25,
yeah.
or
Oh yeah,
even if like
easily.
one was in 26. But I'd do it for three
Yeah.
seconds. So if you get one of those managers that's like really, um, you know, doesn't want to give up his first, but he'll throw
Yeah.
around his seconds. Like, yeah, I'll take like a trio of seconds for Rashee Rice right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, my advice, it would be like, don't just send out one offer to one manager. Like, I'm going to every single person in my league, and
Yeah.
I'm giving them an offer that I like, and I'm obviously you're taking way less than he was hours ago.
Mhm.
But as every minute goes by, he's getting less and less valuable,
Yeah.
or hour, or day, or week. So
Yeah. So
get
there's a
them off.
situation where you're just like spamming out those trade offers, like Rasheed
Yeah,
Rice, for whatever
get
like
them
first
off.
they have, like
Yeah,
just spamming out, hope like
yeah.
one person hits accept on it.
It's so sad. I understand. It's so sad. Don't just come to terms with reality. You
Yeah.
know, like you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So
And so if you are a contender, would you still be like thrilled to get like a, late projected 25 first that you could then like use as like
yes, yeah,
in season buying power
to,
later to like
yeah,
buy some like, running back that's going off or receiver or whatever?
yeah, oh yeah.
Like is that kind of like your preferred move that you're looking to do as a contender? Or would you rather just like get a package of like, Amari Cooper and Chuba Hubbard, if you were gonna like if you could use those
Yeah,
guys in your starting lineup?
yeah. If you get Deontay, again, I guess Chuba's on the same team, but
Mm.
who's a nice running
Jerome
back? That's
Ford.
yeah. Chubb is coming back. Well, yeah, I mean, let's just say Chubb's not back until
Mhm.
whatever. Ford still has a role. He's basically Chuba Hubbard. Like, just don't want to
Yeah.
tell you to trade for two Panthers. That's all.
Yeah, right, right. That sounds a little scary, but hey, with
But
the red rifle
so yeah,
now,
Amari
it's
Cooper.
not as bad as
Yeah,
it sounded,
Amari
a week
Cooper
ago.
and Hubbard. I mean, Brooks is going back. Yeah, like
Mhm.
honestly, at that point, if that's gonna help you win a championship, like
Yeah,
go do it. And like, I honestly don't think you'll really regret it by week 4 next year. Like
yeah.
really.
It would be
Um,
nice to just get maybe like one pick on top, like
I
maybe
really think you can
three
get. I
players
think
like
you
in
can
a
get
third.
Amari. I think you get Amari or like it might be really hard after those huge games by Deontay.
Mhm.
But actually, probably Amari is a good one. Amari would have had a nuclear game. He had a what is it, like an 80-yard touchdown called back, or
Okay.
86 or something like.
Oh yeah,
Did
he
you see
did.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah. It was
was.
a long touchdown that was
It,
called back. I was watching it and
yeah,
like I was dying because yeah, I'm a Cooper owner.
yeah. So I mean, actually, I probably Cooper's a little more realistic. If you got Cooper and
Yeah.
Hubbard right now,
Hmm.
yeah, he just came off a game where I mean, he would have been what, like a wide receiver one. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
I
great
mean, I
fit
think
there.
that the first is probably preferable because just like the flexibility of what you could do with that, even as a
Yeah,
contender.
you could
But
get for a first you get Cooper and like way more. So
exactly, exactly. So I think that's what I would try first. But if I strike out and no one wants
yeah,
to give me even a late projected first, then I'm like going to the rebuilders of my league and I'm looking for all those like old productive receivers. Everyone knows the names: Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, et
yeah,
cetera,
all
et
the
cetera.
boys. Yeah,
Get one of those guys plus like another interesting player thrown in, or maybe like a second or a third round pick, some kind of like little package like
yeah.
that. If that's what I had to settle for, and those players would help me, I think I'd be willing to do that to move off Rice.
Okay, I got a one good last hypothetical for you,
Mm,
and like this could be a real offer for someone.
yeah.
You're a competitor. You're sending away Rashee Rice for Derrick Henry after those
Ooh,
two
that's
monster
interesting.
games.
That's interesting. So he's coming off what, like the game where he had like what,
He's
like
coming off
250
like
yards, 2
400.
touchdowns.
Dude, he's coming off like a 400 yards over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, dude, like if I want to win a championship and like, maybe I'm a little weak at running back, like, and that's the missing piece, like, yeah, I would absolutely
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy to say. I mean, what a day, what a difference a day makes.
Mhm.
It's sad for Richie Rice, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you win the league and you win $1,000 pot, you'll be thanking yourself for making that move as much as it stings. But
Yeah.
yeah, and if you're a good owner, you'll make up for it. It's like you'll find ways. You'll hit on some draft picks.
Yeah.
You'll do some
And
savvy moves if you're listening to the channel.
yeah, and I'd also be willing to like throw a up to like a second on top of Rice to get like a Lad McConkey, who I think is a great buy low.
Yeah.
I would throw some picks on top of Rashee Rice to get Puka Nakua, who should probably
Yeah.
be back in like
Go.
about a month.
Yeah, yeah. I did mention in another video we mentioned
Yeah.
this, but go extremely if you can afford to like not have Puka back till mid season. Let's just say week 8, which is when it's projected to come back. Go extremely hard right now. Do what it takes. A first, a second, Rice. Just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, Puka's value is only going to go up as it gets closer and closer to him coming back. So like the timing's kind of perfect now. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not back like immediately. It's not like he's come back in a week or two. We haven't seen him. He put in a great first quarter. So yeah, get it done. And if I can have convinced the Rice owner that's watching this that's still not sold, like we're way too low on. I'm saying Henry, 30-year-old back.
Right.
Please look at Javonte Williams's career arc. I mean, I could be wrong because it was before my time of playing Dynasty, but I believe he was the RB1 in Dynasty.
It wouldn't
that
shock me. I
2021
mean,
rookie season.
it sounds crazy now, but like
He was a first round. He was a 1-2 turn redraft pick. Like
I mean, there was a time he was a big deal in Dynasty. I mean, even like Juju Smith-Schuster was once the wide receiver one in Dynasty.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, we forget these things very quickly because they seem so absurd now. But there was a time where these things were true. So
yeah, so Rice was just a wide receiver 8. I mean, dude, if he doesn't play for like until November of next year, he's gonna be like a wide receiver 40. Like, I mean, it's that drastic. So if you can sell him at the price of a wide receiver 20 or something right now, I mean, or even 30. I mean, he was even say he's the wide receiver 40. He could be the wide receiver 60. Like, the market's so reactionary, and there's just too much going on with the suspension and the injury now. And again, we're talking about a guy that's going to be on like the last year of his contract. He might even, though his whole thing is like he plays for the Chiefs, he could be going into his 4th year, his contract year, and that's like his first time being healthy again. And if he doesn't do enough to impress, get a new contract, I mean, like he could just be Juju Smith-Schuster.
I mean, it's very possible. So, but I think the bottom line is, if you were, rolling with Rashee Rice on a contending Dynasty team, don't let this injury stop you. Trade him away, get credit for him, and roll on with your season. And this doesn't have to stop you from winning a championship. So, hope this helped everyone out. Like the video if it helped you, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We'll see you on the next one.